What's going on, man? Welcome back to Chat with Scratt. I know it's been a while. No, I haven't been putting out too much content, but no, there's no excuse for that. Here we go. So, today I've got something for you guys. Finally gonna start doing some movie reviews. I've said that's what I wanted to do for a really long time, and I think I'm finally gonna do it. So here's the plan. My idea for this podcast is to do a different director every month, hopefully. So I'm gonna do about 3, I want to say between 2 and 4 podcasts every month. I'm gonna introduce you guys to the director, and that's gonna be one whole episode by itself. And then I'm also, after that, after I've gotten you guys introduced to the directors and let you know about their history a little bit, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you what how I think that they do, what I think about their movies, and just anything I feel like is interesting and that you guys might be, or that you might be interested in. And then after that, I will go one, at least, so like I said, between 2 and 4 podcasts a month. So I'm going to give you guys my opinions on their most famous movies, and then either 1 or 2 of the movies that I think are underrated and that I think that more people should be watching. Anywho, that's not what we're doing today. Today, I want to talk to you guys about Citizen Kane. Hold on, let me back up a second. So, one thing you guys got to know about me, I'm not like you. Something you might be asking is, why do your opinions on movies matter? What the heck? Why should I listen to you? You shouldn't. What do I know? I have no degrees. I'm only a film studies minor. I'm not even majoring in this stuff. But I have always been immensely in love with film. I've watched a lot. I've watched a lot of movies. Quite a few. When I first was really introduced to film, not really introduced to it, but when I found my love for it, pretty sure I watched just about 8 movies in one day. I was left home alone as a freshman in high school, and most freshmen in high school, when they're left home alone for a couple days, would have tried to do a whole bunch of gnarly stuff that their parents would never let them do. But not me. I sat on my couch and watched movies for just about 2 days straight. And that's when I realized I wanted to do something in film. Which I guess this is the product of that, this podcast right here. But one thing you gotta know about the way I feel about movies is that I watch a lot of movies and enjoy them that a lot of other people wouldn't. So, for example, last week, I believe, the last week or the week before, I was over at my friend's house, and he told me to put on a movie. So, I went searching through Netflix. Excuse me. And I had heard about it, and I knew I wanted to watch it, but I decided to put on Mank, aka the movie about Herman Mankiewicz, who is the writer, or one of the writers of the screenplay, Citizen Kane, which is the movie we're going to be talking about here in a minute. But they were like, this movie sucks. Why are we watching this? It's in black and white. There's no action. Why are you making us watch that? So I turned it off. And that's when I realized, I was like, yeah, I can enjoy these for the simple fact of the cinematography and just the aesthetic of the movie, instead of having to have all this action. And I don't know, I really enjoy just the art of film. But then on Sunday, I looked on the Blackboard page for one of my film classes and found out that we were watching Citizen Kane, which is known as one of the, if not the greatest movie of all time. And, you know, to be honest, I definitely didn't get that in my first viewing. I actually just got done watching it a few minutes ago before I started recording this. But I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Oh, and that was another thing on Monday in class. A bunch of people were like, that movie was boring. I did not enjoy it at all. And to that I say, to each their own. But I really did. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought it was cool how it was old. It's really old. It came out in 1941. Directed by Orson Welles and written by Orson Welles, Herman J. Mankiewicz, John Houseman, Molly Kent, and Roger Q. Denny. I know 2 of those names out of the 5. It won the Academy Award for Writing, Best Original Screenplay. It stars Orson Welles, Ruth Warrick, Joseph Cotton, and Agnes Moorehead. All of this was talked about at the end of the movie. Well, not really talked about, but it was shown in the end of the movie how a lot of these actors, this was their first feature film that they had been in. And I thought that it was pretty cool how they were being introduced through this movie that is now known as one of the greatest films of all time. But you guys, many of you who have not seen the movie, I'm assuming, probably don't know what it's about. So the official logline of this movie is that one of the most renowned people at the time has just died. And there's a reporter going around trying to grasp all the information from people in Mr. Kane's life so that he can write a memoir about him. And he finds out that there is a single word that he can't quite get a grasp on, and that is Rosebud. However, through all of his investigations, we are watching as all these people through his life are just kind of telling a story. Kane was a kid who his parents came into some money, and he ends up moving away and going to a bunch of different schools and going on a bunch of different trips as a young kid with all this money. And as he grows up, that's all he knows, because he was introduced to it probably about, I think he was like 8 when he came into money. And so through his whole life, everything has been about money and just buying things. And he takes an interest in the newspaper business. And so he really goes to town with the newspaper. He's one of the largest editors or largest productions of newspapers in the country at this point. And he marries I'm giving you guys way too much of the story. Y'all gotta watch it. But anyways, that's basically what goes on. He's a rich man, and as you would think with most rich men, he definitely tries to buy his way through life. And from that, I'm going to leave that and let you guys watch it if that interests you, or leave it if you don't want to. Either way. But in my opinion, like from my standpoint, the logline is a rich man or a kid comes into money and becomes basically just one rich douchebag. Doesn't really pay attention to what anybody wants from him other than the fact that he thinks he can just pay them off through objects and things of that nature. I noticed a lot of things in this movie that can connect to my life, and I'm not gonna say too much on that, but there's definitely been some times where I've noticed that family members feel as though they can buy your love through objects, and this movie really showed how if people were to realize that and then make them see this the same way that we do, they would get a reality check and probably fix the way that they've been acting. But yeah, I didn't find it to be the most amazing movie ever. I definitely enjoyed it, but I'll have to watch it a few more times to get the same feeling that it is known for through how renowned this film is. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep the podcast pretty short, around 10 to 15 minutes long. But yeah, so let me know. Follow me on Instagram at chatwithscratt. I believe that's the Instagram. Yeah, just let me know any movies that you guys, any directors per se, if you have them, or any movies that you guys want me to review. And I will try to do my best to get back with you guys and put out some episodes with that. So yeah, y'all have a good day. Stay gnarly.